Yo, what's good, guys? It's Austin here, or Luna. Hope you guys are doing well today. Today's story time is definitely a crazy one. Definitely an interesting one. It's about one of the worst first dates I've ever had in my entire life, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's just jump into this. So today's story time all takes place over 2 years ago. It's about 2.5 years ago at this point. And I was just sitting in my room, just on my bed, scrolling through Tinder, like I did back then when I was lonely and bored. And I ended up matching with this girl. Let's just call this girl Haley, okay? I matched with Haley, and me and her get to talking, like any other Tinder conversation. It started off with like, hey, what's up? From me. And she was like, not much, you? And I was like, not much, just sitting here in my room, bored. She was like, yeah, me too. And we get to talking a little bit more, and we're kind of getting to know each other. And I realized something. Haley looks oddly familiar. I couldn't quite put my finger on it, but I'd definitely seen her before somewhere. Maybe it was out at the mall. Maybe it was on social media. Who knows? But either way, she looked really familiar, and I knew that I had seen her somewhere before. And I asked her that. I was like, hey, you look really familiar. Like, have I seen you anywhere? Like, do you recognize me at all? And she's like, no, I don't think I've seen you before. What school did you go to? And I told her what school I went to. She didn't go to the same school as me. So we couldn't really figure out why she looked so familiar, but whatever. I just kind of ignored it and went on with my conversation with her. And she ends up asking me if I want to do something on this night. She's like, you want to go get some food or something? You want to hang out at my house? And I was like, yeah, that'd be great. Like, let's get some food. So 20 minutes later, me and her are at this restaurant. Like, we literally met up at this restaurant 20 minutes later. It's one of the fastest, like, in between matching with someone and actually going on a date with them I've ever had in my life. Like, usually I would match with someone and we go on a date, like, a couple days later maybe. But, like, this was literally, like, 20 or 30 minutes and we were, like, in person meeting up. So that was crazy to me. But anyway, yeah, we're at this restaurant. I said hello to her. I gave her a hug. We sit down. We're at the table. We're ordering our food. And we're just getting to know each other a little bit more. And I still can't put my finger on it, but she looks so familiar, right? So I said it again. I was like, you look so familiar. Like, do you have relatives that I know or something? Like, why do you look so familiar? And she's like, well, I have 2 brothers. You might know one of them. And I was like, oh, what are their names? And she says the first name, and it doesn't ring a bell at all. Then she says the second name, and I am hit in the face with why this girl looks so familiar and how I know her. She says the name of a dude that robbed me back in the day. Not just robbed me and tried to fight me at one point. And a teacher caught him trying to fight me, and he got kicked out of my school for a little bit. So yeah, needless to say, her brother did not like me very much, and I didn't like her brother very much. I actually told a story time about her brother on this channel before. I'll try and find it after I upload this video and put it in the description so you guys can watch that if you haven't seen it before. But yeah, this dude didn't like me very much. Her brother hated me, and I hated her brother. And yeah, that was why she was so familiar, because when I used to follow her brother on social media, he used to always post stuff on Instagram, like hanging out with her and stuff. So that's why she looked so familiar. I'd seen her on social media before with her brother. So anyway, back to the story. She says her brother's name, the one that I recognize, and immediately my eyes open wide as fuck when she says that name, because I knew who it was and how he tried to rob me and fight me. And she sees that on my face. She's like, do you know my brother? And I was like, yeah, I do. And she goes, how do you know him? I was like, we went to school together. She goes, oh, cool. You guys friends? I was like, yeah, for a little bit. And she's like, what do you mean for a little bit? What happened? And I was like, I don't even want to tell you because you'll probably get mad at me or like not like me anymore. And she was like, why would I get mad at you? What happened? You guys like fight each other or something? I was like, no, not exactly. And she's like, just tell me, Austin. Like, I can handle anything. And this girl seemed genuine. She seemed pretty cool. So I was like, you know what? What am I freaking out over? I'm just going to tell her the whole truth. I bet she won't even care. She'll probably think it's funny. So I was like, listen, back in the day, your brother, he kind of tried to rob me. Actually, he did rob me. And then I robbed him back and got my things back. And he got mad and kind of tried to fight me. And the teacher saw this at school and he got suspended for it. And she was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Are you calling my brother a thief? I was like, no, I'm not trying to like insult your brother. I was just telling you like how I know him and like how I recognize his name. And she was like, my brother has never stolen from anybody and he never fucking would. So I don't know what you're thinking, but it's not my brother who stole from you. And that's when I was like, no, your brother definitely stole from me. Like, my shit was in his locker. Like, after he took my things with his friends, he hid them in his locker at school the next day. And she was like, no, I'm not listening to this. We're done here. And she gets up and she starts walking away. And I was like, wait, hold on. And she like stops and turns around. And I was like, listen, I'm not trying to call your brother like a scumbag or something. Like, that wasn't my intention. I just wanted to tell you like how I knew him. Like, that's it. And this girl was not having it. I don't know what I said, but she got real pissed. She winded her fist back, and it's like I was watching this happen in slow motion. I thought to myself, is she about to punch me? And right when I thought that, boom, she punched me in the fucking face. Just straight up fucking socked me in the face. Didn't know I was on a date with fucking Floyd Mayweather. So after she hits me, the whole restaurant looks at us because she just punched me. And I look at her and I'm like, did you just punch me in the face? And she goes, uh-huh. And I was like, why? And she goes, because you disrespected my family. See ya. And she walks away out of the front doors. And I'm just standing there in fucking shock. I'm like, bro, my date just Floyd Mayweathered me. Like, what? So immediately a manager runs over to me and he's like, sir, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I think I'm fine. I'm just in disbelief. He's like, what happened, man? I was like, my date punched me in the face. And yeah. And even the manager was confused. He was like, what? Why'd she do that? I was like, honestly, man, it's complicated. And he goes, okay, I get it, man. You want any ice or something? I was like, no, I'm okay. My face is good. Like, she didn't hit me too hard. That was a total fucking lie. She socked me hard as hell. It was actually impressive how hard she hit me. But anyway, after this, I walked out of the restaurant. I went back to my house. I sat down in my bed, and I pull open my phone. And I checked Tinder, and she unmatched me. And I was like, wow, okay, that's not surprising. So after this, I just hopped on Discord and started playing some CSGO with my friends. And I told them the whole story. And my one friend's like, bro, you're lying right now. No way that happened. And one of my friends in the call was from here. And he's like, what's her name? And I told him. And he's like, bro, no fucking way. The dude's sister that robbed you? And I was like, yes, exactly. And when I mentioned that he robbed me, she got all offended and thought that I was like insulting her family. And she punched me and then walked out of the restaurant. He's like, bro, you got to avoid that family at all costs. Like, they hate you. I was like, I know. So, yeah, guys, moral of this story is, if there is one, I don't know. Maybe don't go on dates with relatives of people that robbed you because they might not like you very much. I don't know. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much that. I have not seen that girl since this happened. Hopefully I never do, especially after uploading this video. Maybe she'll watch it. And yeah, I haven't seen her brother in a long time either. So yeah, hopefully I never see either of them. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much the end of today's story time. I thought it was a pretty crazy one. I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. If you did, please leave a like on the video. I would really appreciate it. Feel free to leave your story times in the comments down below. And subscribe if you're new. I'll see you all later. Peace.
They leave me out for the dead, and now they know they're fucked. All my texts are unread, that's how I know she's done. My life changed in a flash.